Alright, so, um, a bit laggy. Might need to turn shaders, unless it's just loading in terrain. The minimum 4, max 60, averaging 30. Yeah, we look alright. Okay, I'm turning off shaders. And of course, the window's getting rid of my mouse. So, I thought, so I've just finished recording the last video where I said I'd be talking about some stuff. This is that video. Doing a bit of Minecrafting because I have I have this build that I quite have not been using too much, and I do want to start clearing this stuff out so that I can start doing on the mod pack. So this is about some stuff that happened about 3 weeks ago, I think it is now, and it's about Zamu. So for the people who don't know, and I know that there are some people that do watch this stuff that know about this, which is why this is going to be a weird categorized one. And the thumbnail is going to be auto-generated, so what the fuck's going on? But it's on Zamu, so about a week or two ago, Zamu had officially left Discord server for Railroader. And I know there's definitely some people who are happy about that, which it's just something. There's not much I can really do about it. But they'll be them. Nothing I can do about them, nothing I can do to hate about them. But one thing I do know is that he posted a thing in all German. And for the people who did read that versus didn't, it basically said that he was done because, believe it or not, he's a human too, but not many people actually treated him like a human. So you would have all these people that would use his mods, but they're not actually praise him, which I don't honestly think he was asking for stuff like that. I think he was more wanting recognition for being the one that created the mods and being. Scratch that. I think he just wanted to be treated like an actual human rather than someone who just made a mod for everyone. Because he's left multiple discords. And no, he has not been banned from any of them or kicked. He has left because of the community, and that's exactly what's happened again. The community just kept shitting on him and he's left. So now, what that means for Railroader is Railroader is now no longer supported. The moment it breaks, it's gone. So for the people that use mods, it's unfortunate, but that's what happened. So when the MOW comes out, we may not be able to use track mod. Community mod manager will still work just fine. The only difference will be we can't use anything else. Completed a quest. So when the MOW comes out, if Railloader breaks, Railloader's gone. Nothing we can do about it. And the only people we'll have to blame is the people that caused it, which is anyone who constantly harassed Zamu. Because there was very early conversations when, before Railloader even was a thing, where people were asking Zamu what more things came, and it might have been right as Railloader came out, and Zamu didn't feel like sharing this information, which is fair enough. And he gave the reasoning why he didn't want to, so then people were getting pissed off at him, and I'm not pointing names, because if you really wanted to know the name, go and look at the post on Zamu's actual website. And one of the people, they didn't really like him, and there was some other people that have interacted with Zamu in the past before. that also did not like him for who knows fucking why, I don't know. But people have got to realize that you depend on someone so much for a mod, and you didn't treat him like a human. So at the end of the day, on a technicality basis, it is technically the community's fault on why Railroader is entering dark times. Now, I don't know yet what I'm gonna name this video, but everyone just know that if you don't treat someone like a human being, don't expect them to deal with it. Because they have all the right not to deal with being treated like they're not human. Who would? Who would want to just sit there idly by and deal with it? Because that's what a lot of people said to Zamu. Deal with it. So what? And it's not really the point of he didn't like it. It was the point of why the fuck would you do that to a person, I believe. Now, yes, Zamu did make some mistakes, and who doesn't make mistakes? The WNCR has made their fair share of mistakes. Some of the people who are now praised by the modding community have made mistakes. I'm not going to go into any detail, and I shouldn't need to. Because if you follow the community, you would know too, on who has done what. Because in the past, we've had GP38 leaked. That project could have very much gotten cancelled, and everyone would have been really pissed about it. And people were pissed about it when the GP38 got leaked, and that got dealt with. So cool, we got it dealt with. But not once did anyone go at someone like Plague Doctor whenever he cancelled his project because of a single screenshot. Yes, in the past, Plague Doctor has stopped a project because someone gave early access of a mod to their friend. That friend then took a screenshot and uploaded the screenshot to the Bryson gallery, and the project got cancelled. I believe those go together. They cancelled the project because of that, I believe. Now, I have all the right to be wrong, but that is, in my opinion, what happened. So, for anyone who does actually spend the time watching this, I might want to ask you, would you be willing to deal with constant hate and literal death threats if it meant making a mod that was admired by so many people and so detrimental to a community? Because that's what Railroader is. It's a mod that appeared pretty much out of nowhere and allowed so much potential of the game. Obviously, yes, modding isn't supported, but the developers were really fond of the modding community. And now that community is potentially about to die for quite some time due to the community's actions. Now, Zamu has said that he feels that the moderators didn't really care when in this post, because there was one, and I'm gonna be remembering this off the top of my head, so accuracy be damned. Probably not gonna be fully accurate, but it'll be there. It'll be decently accurate. But it was something along the lines of the moderators deleted his links for about 3 weeks because of plagiarism. The links to this Discord server were deleted for about 3 weeks until they stopped giving a shit and they allowed the links to go back onto the website. And that was it. That's all the punishment that was given to that particular person. Because they just constantly kept reposting it, so they brute forced their way back into being able to post links. So I think that's something to also be considered. And look at that sunset with the hill. Yeah, I think when we judge a person, don't judge them by their actions, because everyone makes mistakes. Judge them by what they've had to deal with, especially in a modding community. Because back when Railroader had started out, the community was phenomenal. Like, I loved the community back then. But then it just slowly got worse and worse until all of a sudden people would just a hate fest. Like, it was like it was getting out of hand very quickly. So one thing to take from this: never judge someone by a singular act or what a single person says, because you never know what they're aiming for or trying to do. But also, don't believe everything someone says, because you never know, it might not be true. And that's one thing that I can guarantee to you happened to a lot of people finally trusting. And this comes to another point. Back a while, I don't know how long ago it was, but a while back there was rumors going around that Railloader was a virus, and people were like pissed off that people were just blatantly downloading this virus. And the thing is Railloader was never a virus, but it was Windows that was picking it up. Microsoft Windows Defender, which everyone knows is a piece of crap because viruses get past that every single time. Like, Windows Defender is not at all viable to be comparing virus to, because viruses bypass Windows Defender every damn day. There's always a virus that will bypass it. So, I don't even know why this had to be a thing. But what Railloader does, in case you didn't know what Railloader does, what it does is it does a DDL injection into the game. It injects code into the game, and that's sort of what a virus does. A virus will inject code into the operating system. So Windows picked that up as injecting code into the operating system, and it flagged and went, hold up, what the fuck's going on here? So it flagged it, and then people just said it was a virus. Just because Windows Defender flagged it. Which is absolutely absurd, because Windows Defender is not at all reliable. It is not a reliable source of information on if something's a virus. It catches some viruses, but it doesn't catch all of them. There are so many viruses that just don't get caught by Windows Defender. So I would want to say to you, why community? Why did you decide to go down the path of violence? Because violence is never the answer, and it never will be the answer. So if you're happy with Zamu leaving, good for you. If you're devastated that he's left, because that means Railloader is no longer going to be made and any of other Zamu's mods, then just gonna have to deal with it. The road in the future looks like it's gonna be a chaotic ride. So I hope to see you in the future, and hopefully this is all just a bad thing that blows over. But until then, catch ya.